Hi, my name is Dylan Grady, and the standard I'm presenting is 1-PS4-2. The topic this standard falls underneath is waves and their applications in technologies for information transfer. Students who demonstrate understanding of this standard by the end of the lesson should be able to make observations to construct an evidence-based account that objects in darkness can only be seen when illuminated. Some background information about light and light waves. Light is made up of waves. These waves travel from different light sources. Then they bounce off of objects and travel to our eyes, allowing us to see certain things. Without light sources, our vision goes black and we cannot see anything. Some of the most common light sources include the sun, which lights the moon and the stars, and then some things inside we see a lot are light bulbs. Some key terms that should be introduced to students before participating in this activity. Start with the word we see in the standard, illuminate, and that means just to make something visible or bright by shining light on it. Then some other ones, light, something that makes vision possible. Light source, anything that makes light, whether it's natural or artificial. Moving into my activity, the activity I've came up with for this standard um, has everything to do with the standard and how that you need light source in order to see things, and if light source is taken away, vision is taken away. So to start this lesson, or this activity, I mean, students will be given a recording sheet, and just to start out with some background information, once they learn all the key terms and the background information, then the recording sheet will be passed out, and students will be asked to record every light source that they see in the classroom to begin with. And then this can be something that can be done, they can take home with them for the night and use the recording sheet to write down light sources that they see at home or out in the community, just any light source that they see in their day-to-day lives. And then they will bring back this recording sheet, and students will be given the chance to share everything they found from the previous day and the previous night with their classmates, and we can see some of the most common light sources like sun and light bulbs. After students start by writing down all the light sources they've seen, we will then get into the observation part of the activity, which jumps right into the standard. It'll continue on that data recording sheet, and it'll start just the normal looking classroom like in this, lights on, sun shining and everything, and students will be asked to record and write down all the light sources that are allowing them to see. For this activity, the idea I had was to draw an object or write a phrase in the front of the classroom, and then the students can write what light sources are allowing them to see that object. After that, we'll take it one step further and turn off the lights in the classroom and ask the students to do the same thing. They should still be able to see the object at the front of the class because of sunlight that shines in through the window, and students will be asked to write down the light sources that are allowing them to continue to be able to see that object even though the lights have been turned off already. After that, the next step would be to close the blinds and shut off the lights, getting the classroom almost completely black. This can be dangerous with first graders. Don't want to keep the lights off and blinds closed for too long, but just to give them a few seconds and maybe warn them before that it's going to get dark, and let them see that with all the light sources turned off or closed down, that vision is gone and they won't be able to see the object at the front of the class. So, like I said, try to do that quick, just a few seconds just for them to get the idea. Then turn the lights back on and let them jot down their on their recording sheet on why they weren't able to see the object at the front of the class. The next part would be to continue off of that same idea to shut down the lights and shut the blinds, but this time have students use a flashlight to shine on the object at the front of the class. And maybe there's not enough flashlights for everyone, so the teacher could just be the one shining the light on the object. But this is just another example of a light source flashlight that is shined on an object that allows the students to see that object. And then that'd be their last recording sheet. One more thing they'll have to write down that says what light source allows you to see the object at the front of the class, and this one would be the flashlight. I think this activity would be a great idea to go with this standard just because it gives students great visual representation of different light sources that shine in and bring vision to the object at the front of the class, and then the students will see that their vision is slowly getting worse as different light sources are taken away. And then once all the light sources are taken away, their vision is completely gone and the object is completely dark. And then the last one is the flashlight shining on, just as one more example to show them that you have to have light to make things visual. And that relates back to the standard where things can only light up when illuminated. So I think this activity would be a great idea to address this standard. That's it. Thank you.